Rolling video number 2, action.
Hi, I am Dr. Sanjay Mukherjee. By profession, I am a psychologist and a marriage counselor. But mostly, I operate as a life guru, providing solutions or at least give answers to virtually all problems in life. Apart from doing my psychological work, psychological as well as counseling in terms of depression, anxiety, addiction, anger, relationship issues, premarital counseling, marital counseling, sexual issues. Besides all these, I also conduct workshops or programs which is known as Soham Happiness Program. I and my team, we have developed this vital program since couple of years, and we are doing this very successfully. Now, what is this Soham Happiness Program? Let's understand this briefly. See, if you break the acronym Soham into its alphabets, then each alphabet has got its meaning. You can see here, Soham Happiness Program, SOHAM. So S stands for science. If you see, science of happiness and methods. So this program provides you the scientific basis of happiness. Not only it gives you the scientific basis, it also gives you the methods to apply this science practically in your life. There is one more meaning of Soham. If you look into our Vedic and Vedantic philosophy, Soham means identifying oneself with the universe, the ultimate reality. It means I am that. Okay, why have we taken this program? Why is happiness? So let's look into that. Happiness has been the number one human pursuit since time immemorial. It is the most important aspect of life. All that what we do today is for happiness. So happiness is very, very vital. Not only that, India is very behind in happiness, to be very honest. Happiness is very strongly linked with health and success. Let's look here. Happiness, health and success are interlinked. Most of us feel that success makes us happy. Success will make us happy. But if you look into the various research, psychologists and numerous studies have shown that happy individuals are successful across multiple life domains. Various areas of their life. People who are happy, they are basically have successful married life, relationships, friendship, income, work performance and health. In short, if you look into that, happiness leads to success. And yes, even a longer life, what we call it, life expectancy increases. All the happy people, believe me, are successful in some way or the other, in their own ways. But all successful people may not be happy. Okay, we talked about science, the science of happiness. Now what is this science all about? What is happiness? We all know what is happiness. See, medically if you look into that, scientifically it means a sense of feeling good. When you feel good, you are happy. We are not going into the philosophical definition or spiritual or religious definitions, where it means that happiness is something to do with living a good life. Now this can be subjective, but we are talking about something very objective, scientific. Okay, we call it a dose of happiness hormones. There are certain hormones or chemicals that are released which makes you feel good. These hormones make you feel good, makes you feel happy. So let's look into very briefly those hormones or chemicals one by one. One See this, a dose can be broken, D-O-S-E. D for dopamine. I call it pleasure chemical. Okay, we can go into the details, but right now because of the paucity of time, we will not go into the details. So D for dopamine. Then we have O, oxytocin. It's more of a love chemical. Then we have S for serotonin. That is satisfaction chemical. When you feel satisfied. And then we have E, endorphins. It is enthusiasm chemical, which gives you energy, which makes you feel wow. And above all, we spoke about a dose. So dose we have covered, D-O-S-E. A for anandamide. This is the latest molecule which has been discovered. And this is known as, we can call it as a joy chemical. Some people call it bliss chemical, bliss molecule. So this is a dose of happiness chemical. This is what happens when we are happy at various levels. There are more happiness chemicals also, but these 5 are the main ones. Now there is a scientific formula for happiness. Okay, various scientists, various researchers, they have done a lot of work to develop their own formulae. Now, I have worked on those formulas. Various researchers have done the research on those studies, and our team, me and my team, we have developed our own formula, probably which is the most easy to remember, not only easiest to remember, but quite precise, scientifically very precise. So, the formula for happiness, let's understand this very carefully. H, which stands for happiness, H equal to A plus B plus C. So simple to remember. A plus B plus C. Now what is that? As I said, H is for happiness. What is A? A for attitude towards life. This constitutes more than 50% of your happiness ratio. And it is supposed to be fixed. People say it is fixed. So in that 50%, which is most important, your attitude is fixed. It is not easy for anyone to change the attitude. But which is not very true. We can change ourselves. We can change our attitude. So this is a very important aspect of our mind, which we take up in our program. How to change your attitude. And what are those aspects involved in that attitude. Next one is B. B for basic present condition. What are you now? How are you now? What is your present condition? Your health, your finance, but mainly it is financial aspect. And this contributes, believe me, only 10%. So attitude is 50%. Finance, we talk about so much about money, wealth, which is very important. See, the lack of money can be a very vital factor for unhappiness. But lots of money is not a very important factor for happiness. Once you reach a particular level, then money cannot contribute to your happiness much. So only 10% is your basic present condition, no matter what you are right now or how you are right now, what has happened in your life right now. This will only contribute 10%. 50% is your attitude towards life. And C is the choice of activities. This is the 40% which we can control. So it was believed that A cannot be controlled. Again B, present condition, whatever it is. Only 40% is in your hand. But let me tell you, almost 90 to 100% is in your hand. It is believed this 40% is a very vital thing. And I would just briefly like to give you, in short, what activities can come in those 40%. So let's look into it very briefly. Choice of activities, and they are linked with those 5 chemicals. 5 activities, 5 chemicals. It is not directly proportionate that each activity will only release one chemical. No, many chemicals are released, but that one chemical is the most important chemical. So let's have a fast look. First is Spend time with your loved ones and friends. Be people oriented. People who are people oriented are happier than people who are not people oriented. And this helps you to release. Let's look into the second one. Have fun and enjoy your life to the fullest. Second point. Enjoy your life. Have pleasure. We have a lot of wrong concepts about pleasure. Pleasure and pain principles. Pleasure is very, very important. As long as it doesn't become, you don't go into addiction. Third is, do work that you love and enjoy. That should be your passion. You can see the way I enjoy my work. Whatever I do, it's a passion for me. Helping people to get healed, to be happy, to be healthy. So your work should be your passion. If you're not enjoying your work, you have a problem. So either you change your work, do something that you love to do, like photography, or painting, drawing, singing, acting, or start loving your work. Right? Next. Very important, exercise your body. Apart from the first three activities, the fourth activity is very vital to keep your body healthy and young. Exercise your body. The P is physic. So you have people, pleasure, passion, physic. And the last one is meditate. We have developed, I have a meditation in my name internationally, which is known as hypno meditation. But any meditation will do. Hypno meditation would be much better because it is scientifically developed, but all meditations are good. This will lead to peace. So these are the 5 P's and the chemicals associated with that. Let's have a very fast look. With the first one, spending time with people, oxytocin, having pleasure, dopamine, passion, your work, when you get satisfied with your work, you feel good, serotonin. When you exercise, a lot of endorphins are released. And when you meditate, you go deep. Dharana, Dhyana and Samadhi. Concentration, meditation and absorption. That depth is Anandamai, in bliss and peace. Peaceful.